Welcome to Calvin Hanson's roasting studio. Let me just grab this out of here. Stick them over. This is the issue. There's no room for stuff, but I actually have a lot of room, I guess. I just need more table space. So what I'm going to do right now is just preheat for a minute, and while I do that, I'm just going to weigh out my beans. So let's go fashion Ziploc. So we're going for 4 ounces, 1/4 of a pound here, and then come on, we're gonna go all of a sudden. I know it. Oh crap. So I'm just gonna preheat for a minute. I'm at about 30 seconds right now. This bag is pain. Alright. Whoops. I'm about, I'm a little over, but that's okay. So I think it started at 8:30. So it's almost there. And then what I'll do is, okay, so it's at 7:30, so I'm putting the beans in the chamber, turn it off, kind of get it in the right area, and then I just go as quickly as I can, and there we go. A lot of times I'll forget the chaff thing until halfway through, so now I'll do a 4th start. And so what I do, this is kind of the custom thing. If you want to get started, you can just hit the A, but I'm going to turn the light on. But P5 puts it into a custom mode, and then I speed up the drum by hitting D for drum. So that's what a lot of people end up doing. I think it creates a more even roast, so we'll see. We just kind of, actually, once I have it in P5 and I have the drum speed, I usually do a little bit of a dry out. I don't know if it actually gets to a temperature that, with P5 it's going up in temperature, and P3 I think it doesn't reach the max temperature of whatever P3 Power 3 is. So, but just for fun, we're gonna do it. So I'll probably do a little. Since it's such little beans, I'll just do maybe a minute and a half. So once it gets down to 7, I don't do 4th beans. I don't have a lot of time. It goes quick. I usually do on a half or a full pound. I'll do a 3-minute dry time on P3. So, all right. I think I'll just start P5. And so. The B button is the internal wall temperature, and that's the main one that I look at. Generally, I hit first crack of when the temperature is around 300 degrees. And so we'll see. I don't know if it'll get up to that. I should get up to that in the 4th pound. So, so now I have it on full power, P5, and we're just gonna roll through. So. You just kind of sit around now once you do all that, but I actually usually do a little bit of recording of my roast. So I put like the date, which is May 21st, and then the type of beans. This is a Congo, some Kuyperian Congo, and I have a little thermometer and humidity thing, so I can record that. So I mean, it's pretty hot here, 80 degrees, 48% humidity here. So just to kind of have those statistics. I'm not 100% sure why I'll need them, but maybe in the future I'll need them. And then I usually mark like what I've done, 1 minute dry. And I know kind of my cycle, but if you wanted, you could put P5 for this much, P3, all that, but I already know what I do. And so for you, I would just say start with the A, which is like kind of the standard profile, and and get a few roasts in, and then when you want to try the custom, you can do that. And then I also do first crack time, and then I do final weight as well, just to see how much weight loss. And then I'll mark, you know, what I think the roast strength is. So with the Congo, we'll go maybe halfway through first crack. And so she's a rolling. Yeah, this will be interesting to see. So it's climbing quick at 241 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, we'll see what happens. These are my trusty gloves to grab the little roasting chamber out when I think it's ready. And then, as you can see, my drying setup. It's actually the box for the wet dry vac. And then I have a metal colander in there. And then this is stuffed in there in a hole I created. So, and then this is my stirring stick. So just kind of stir the beans. I'll do that maybe for 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'll take it and I'll have another container, but I don't right now. I should have thought of that. And you know, I'll shift it between the two. So, or sometimes I'll grab something like this and grab it out of it and pour it back in and blow while I'm doing that. So I think there's a number of ways to cool the beans off, but the main thing is just yeah, cooling them down pretty quickly. So we're at 3 minutes now. Let's see here. They're still pretty. The green is gone. I guess they are more yellowy now, so the drying phase is ending, I think, and it's going to be getting into the roasting phase. And you can kind of smell a little bit of that green grass smell or something. It's kind of a weird smell before it gets any bit of roasting done. So let's see if I can take this off and get in a little closer here so you can see. I gotta make sure that, so let's see here. And beans roasting. It's hard to see the color though. So we got 2 minutes, 19 seconds left. This is my other bean cooler here. I just crank it on high. Uh-oh, look what we got here. So here's the countdown. You saw it, and so what I do is just hit the start button. And yeah, let's see if you will be able to hear the first crack or not. But I'll have to put the camera down when I have to go. Oh yeah, they're definitely getting brown. So we got a minute and a half. Here, I'm going to set this down so I can be more fully active on this. Okay, so I usually just kind of watch and wait because I know it's going to be soon. Sometimes you'll hear a pop, but a lot of times it's actually the metal in there that's kind of, you know, flexing with the heat. So, you know, I feel like the first crack is sometimes more like a poof, like that, you know, or kind of a popcorn. So, yeah, we're at 55 seconds. It might need a little bit more time even. Oh. I think we just hit first crack. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what I did is I hit the C button, and it kind of adds the time. Supposedly, it's like generally the time between first and second. crack, and so some people actually slow down so I'm at 290 degrees. Some people slow down the drum and put the temperature to P1, which it is pretty roaring, so I might actually do that. So P1 on manual mode will drop all power, and the temperature will also drop, but it just kind of extends that the cracking, the first crack, and then you just kind of gauge it by the color. I want to go a little bit in between, so because the temperature's going down to, it's already at 280 from, it was up at 290 something. It'll kind of extend it a little bit, so I might just wait for this timer to get down and call it good. That way I can show you my drying process and pulling them out. So I'm actually going to get my gloves ready for this exciting moment. Oh, the smell, if you could smell this. It's like this sweet, sweet, glorious scent. There you go. So when the timer goes down, the cooling starts. And the temperature's still at 255 on the inner wall. So, so that means like it's still going to be roasting a little bit, and that's something, if you're at a point that you like, you don't want to, go too far. So I just hit the off button, pull this out, put on something that can handle heat, and then pull this out with these, grab it right here, drop it in, pop this on, so, set that on the ground. My ground is concrete. And then put that on the cool cycle. Oh, you're calling me right now, so then I just stir this. It's cool pretty quick because there's a lot less heat.